All right, so another example. Okay, let's take a look at 1 over t squared plus 8 over t plus 15 equals 0. So again, I have an equation that involves fractions, so let's multiply through by the least common denominator. So a lot of times people get in the habit of just multiplying the denominators together. And that works. It'll give you a common denominator, but it doesn't always give you the smallest. And so sometimes if you don't pick the smallest, it just inflates your numbers and can complicate things. So remember, what you're trying to figure out is what is the smallest number that both denominators will divide into, right? So t squared, does t squared divide into t squared? Yes, they're exactly the same. Does t divide into t squared? Yes, and I would just have t left on top. So t squared, although t cubed would be a common denominator, t squared is the smallest, the least common denominator. So this is what I'm going to multiply everything by. So again, if we want to think of everything as a fraction, we can certainly do that. So now everything, I'm going to distribute this, to all terms. So I would have t squared times 1 over t squared plus t squared over 1 times 8 over t plus t squared over 1 times 15 over 1 equals 0. So again, my t squareds will completely cancel, so what's left is 1. So now t goes into t squared t times, so what's left is 8t, and then nothing cancels here, which is 15t squared. So again, what type of equation do I have? This is a quadratic, so I'm just going to rewrite it in standard form so it's a little bit easier for me to deal with. Okay, so if this factors, it's going to go to 2 parentheses, and the first 2 slots are going to multiply to 15t squared. So I'm just going to start with 5t and 3t, kind of the most common there. And then 1 times 1 are my only options to multiply to 1. So let's see, this would give me 3 on the inside and 5 on the outside, and lo and behold, that's going to give me 8. So that actually factored quite nicely. So setting each factor equal to 0. So this will give me 5t equals negative 1. So t is equal to negative 1 over 5. And then 3t equals negative 1. So t is equal to negative 1 over 3. And then again, remember, what can't t be? We kind of want to think about that domain. On the variable t, so t, again, can't be 0. So neither of my answers are 0, which means I do get 2 solutions, negative 1 over 5 and negative 1 over 3.